What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Wolfgang Miles, back with another episode of Cooking with Chaos. Unfortunately, on this episode, I wasn't able to make the filming, but my good friend Aaron Scott right here, he's our co-host, so he took the reins and made this awesome video with our buddy CJ from Real Unicorn Productions. So check it out. Crack open a beer, kick back, and rock and roll.
What's up? This is Cooking with Chaos. I'm Aaron. I got my homie in the house. You know him as CJ for whatever fucking reason. And that's Jake, y'all.
Jake, yes.
So today, tell us what we're going to be cooking, man.
We are making bao pork dumplings. So I'm going to feed Aaron my balls.
Yes! That's the way it needs to be. So we're going to go over the first part of this. We're going to do some dough and stuff for you first. And then we'll get to the rest of this here in a few minutes. Y'all get ready. This is going to be chaotic because it's fucking Cooking with Chaos.
Oh my. Okay, before I can feed Aaron my balls, we first have to make them. Which, to start off with, is pretty simple. Got a bowl. We got a paddle. Not for spanking, this is for stirring. Got some yeast. Sinners don't think that bad that way. We're going to have 4 cups of just, all-purpose flour. And 500 milliliters, or 2.1 cups, if you're American, of water. This is, by the way...
Love it.
Well, this should be a cup. Hey. Oh, Aaron, I'm gonna make a mess of your kitchen here.
I don't care about the mess, brother. This is Cooking with Chaos. Make a mess all you want.
I don't have time for freaking scissors.
You don't need those thinking Caesars.
Apparently I need 9.2. So, let's see here. Gonna take our yeast, or yeets if you're a millennial. I don't know. Bad joke. Edit it out.
The bad joke was let's have our exes sit on it and it's plenty of yeast.
Well, you brought that one back in. Okay.
Why not?
I'm gonna say that's about 3/4 of a TSP.
A teaspoon, yeah.
A teaspoon, I can never remember. Let's show there. Have one of these.
Oh yes, definitely a
It's
primary.
not cooking unless you got an adult beverage.
That's right, primary ingredient.
And yeah,
How much water is that one more time?
2.1 cups or 500 milliliters if you're a yeah, paddle it up like that for a little while. Get it off the sides.
Nothing.
Well, you're not going to be beating the hell out of this like you would in a stand mixer and all that. We're just trying to go for a nice little dough ball
There we go.
thingy. Words have eluded me. Go ahead and try not to get flour all over the stove. Get a little bit right there for our area. Yeah. Get off your fingers a little bit. Just kind of fondle it a little. That's the word I'm looking for. Fondle. Fondle your dough ball.
Now the words are coming
Yeah,
back.
now we're doing it here. By the way, on Spotify and just about everything else, POAR, Pull Out and Run Radio. That's a broadcast of mine, or podcast.
Awesome. Yeah, if you guys
Just
haven't,
a pretty face.
if y'all haven't checked that out, man, definitely check out POAR.
Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, Deezer, Stitcher. God, you think I would have all this memorized by now? And of course, Rumble.
Right on.
Don't make that Joe Rogan money. We're okay. We're getting there. So we're using a different bowl, nice and clear, so we can watch our yeast rise.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of oil. Get it all nice and smooth, like the bad bitch that it is. Yeah. Let's go ahead and slap a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen.
Yes.
There we go.
It's not real dough unless you can smell
smack it.
It's still a little tacky on one end, so let's just go ahead and just get a little bit more right there.
A little bit of flour will help that
A
out.
little bit more flour. If your whole house, children, pets, genitals is not covered in flour by the end of this, you are not doing it right. Plop. And we cover this bad boy up. Hope this actually works for once. So I don't know about y'all, I can never get it going on the first damn strike.
At least I'm not the only one with that problem, bro. It's always an issue.
You know what? It's good enough. If you don't have that, use a kitchen towel.
There you go.
I'm gonna clean these up, and then we're gonna handle our meats.
Perfect.
Handle our meat. Let's cut our vegetables before our board gets contaminated. So, you're gonna need some garlic, only a clove or two, dual penis carrot, basically just one whole carrot, some chives, onion if you want. I'm not a big onion fan, so I kind of to each their own.
It's a good thing, actually, that you decided on these then, because these have two totally different flavors from the white to the green, so you can kind of decide if you want more onion or less onion flavor as you go.
We're probably gonna go with 3 or 4, just the greens on
Just
that
the greens.
one and all that.
Okay.
And then you need Napa cabbage. We're gonna use a whole bunch of that, roughly a pound, maybe a little bit less. When we mix everything in together with the pork, we're gonna need a little bit of sesame oil. Gochujang is a game changer.
Gochujang.
Gochujang, whatever. American oyster sauce, some mirin. I like kosher salt just because I cook with it. This is my special blend that I made in my dehydrator. This is some mushroom powder. Normally I would use like some actual mushrooms on this, but some people really hate the texture, kind of like me with onions, so we're going to substitute that with mushroom powder.
Brilliant.
And of course, black pepper.
Freaking
And a
awesome.
sharp knife.
Look at that knife, by the way.
Yeah.
That is
She's an old timer. She ain't pretty, but she's sharp.
that is beautiful cutting knife,
Do
man.
not handle inebriated.
Okay, we'll be right back. Go for it, man. Show us how it's done.
Okay, so it's probably been shown before, but this is how you handle a knife. Put your finger right there, put your thumb right there, put your fingers back, point to the camera. Alright, let's add a little addendum right here. So after you make your flour, you need to let it proof for 2 hours. Right now, we got 1 hour and 16 left. Forgot to say, we're also going to have to add an egg to our overall mixture. I'm gonna put the pork in this first, then blend everything with the seasoning.
This is cabbage,
This is Napa cabbage, Chinese cabbage.
and that is what's in that bowl?
That is just garlic, carrot, and green onion.
Okay, as you were chopping earlier.
Yes.
Okay, and this proofs at room temperature?
At room temperature, just cover it, leave it, and then make all your filling and everything.
Okay.
And that's the best way to do that. So let's see what we got here.
Now it's time for the pork, huh?
It is. Oh, look at that.
What cut is that?
I believe that's. Look, we have twine. This is I believe it's the shoulder.
Okay.
Shoulder blade, boneless.
Nice.
Get there though.
So pro tip, 15 minutes in the freezer, easier to cut.
And if you do have a meat grinder, freeze that bitch for like an hour or so. The attachment.
Yeah, definitely does not have to be frozen. You just want to keep it cold. Cold does a lot of things for cutting meat, but also if you're freezing your attachments and so forth, you're killing all the germs. Nobody appreciates it. Sweating over a hot pork.
Alright, so we got our Valerie Burton Ernie oil right here. And floured, just like everything else will be. Got the pan. Just a little drizzle. I know there's something called measurements, but I am not a professional. So we're just going to cover that bitch a little bit.
what you're looking for is, especially with Chinese or Asian cooking, you want to add cold oil to a hot pan as opposed to heating up your oil slowly like you do with other things. Now, I'm going to be honest and say that I don't know why that is the case
I don't either.
for Asian cooking, but that is the way that you do it. And you'll notice that as soon as it hits the pan, it already immediately starts to shimmer.
Yeah.
And that's what you're looking for.
A little bit longer. I mean, you can use olive oil. I've used avocado oil. To be honest, this is the first time I've actually used pork in this dish. I've done it with ground venison before.
Ah, love it.
And surprisingly enough, the pork is better.
Huh. That surprises me.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either the first time I did it with the pork. So we're going to do this in batches. We're not going to cook it all the way through because we are going to steam these. So, this awesome.
Drumstick of a spoon. Love that noise.
Oh, yeah. So while we stir our meat, we can work our polydiddles.
Yes, exactly. Only thing more satisfying than that sound right there is music, man. Doesn't take long.
No, it does not. That is a good little pan right there, sir.
Yes, indeed.
So we're getting there, getting the browning.
Doesn't need to be on too high of a heat. You want to be about medium.
Depending on your stove.
Yeah, depending on the stove.
So yeah, good medium and all that. Normally the recipe calls for a pound of this meat and half of it cooked and half of it raw. I'm not getting salmonella, so we're browning the whole thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That's good enough. We'll put it in there.
Goes right into the cabbage,
Goes right into the cabbage.
which will wilt a little bit with the meat, which is awesome.
Which, you know, we'll get it in post.
Yeah, anytime you put meat on top of a vegetable, it's going to wilt the vegetable. Sometimes this is a bad thing, but for specific cases like this one, that's a great thing.
This is gonna be fun, trust me.
Wilted vegetables are fantastic. If you do your research, you'll find wilted salads and so forth, and that's what that is. The way you wilt it is to add something heated above it.
Hey, what's up, YouTube and Facebook? We got our pork done. Now we're gonna add the fillings. So, already have our garlic, carrots, chives, into the bowl. Forgot to say this earlier. Some ground ginger. Just do it ground. Don't do the chop. It's a pain in the butt. There is a measurement. I don't really say.
It's approximately this much.
That much. Do some mirin. You want the mirin right here. It adds a little bit of sweetness to it.
Okay, and FYI, all that was about a teaspoon.
Okay. And I guess we'll do about the same thing, a teaspoon. Maybe a little bit more. There we go.
About a tablespoon.
Yeah. Sesame oil. This gives it a really good kick.
Awesome.
Very little of that. Little goes a long friggin' way. Oyster sauce. This is good stuff right here too.
Awesome stuff.
And this, I prefer this kind right here because it actually pours out of the bottle instead of getting all ketchup-y and you gotta do it on top.
Give it a good shake.
There you go.
Oh, that looks amazing.
It's cascading.
If y'all don't know what oyster sauce tastes like, you probably aren't drooling as much as I am, but man, try out some oyster sauce.
Pronounce this for me, Aaron.
Gochujang?
Alright. This is a good Korean chili paste. They use it for their barbecue pork.
Freaking awesome. You haven't tried it, guys?
Let it poop out like that. Hopefully it didn't block. Did you get a good poop shot?
I did. It was
Okay.
awesome.
Alright, awesome. We can hide that in there.
When I was younger, that's what I thought bukkake meant. I was totally wrong. I was like, I don't want to watch that. Dude, they poop on each other?
We'll keep that. Alright,
Yeah.
so we're gonna...
Poor guy's got
Optional.
so much to edit.
Optional, this is my mushroom powder. I just dice up some mushrooms, put them on a dehydrator, look at the times online. This is gonna add so much flavor.
What kind of mushrooms?
Just use your whites.
Okay, cool.
They're the cheapest ones, and it's just... I used to use the darker ones with panini or whatever.
They have Bella's, Communion.
Portobello.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw that Portobello is the same thing as panini. It's just going dark, whereas panini is going light. So, come on, what the hell? Why spend extra money?
Absolutely. Agreed.
Good amount of soy sauce.
Is that regular soy sauce, light soy sauce? What's the sodium level?
I use low sodium just for my general cooking and all that. That's about enough. And we don't want to get too crazy here. This is going to go dough after all.
Okay, so yeah, I don't want to do a bunch of liquid. Got it.
Yeah. Kosher salt. About 2.5 fingers. Whatever that would be.
A pinch?
A pinch.
A pinch is actually a real term of measurement.
See? Yeah. I mean, here you are on YouTube or Facebook learning how to cook.
Right.
Pretty decent amount of pepper. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna try to hold as possible. So it does happen. That's a geographical joke. Alright. Hold out your flattened ball like this. Alright, so that's a little soupy. That's gonna be okay.
Doesn't matter about the liquid. What that is all the flavors leaching out of the vegetables. So really, that's just nothing
I
but
mean,
flavor.
a little bit of pork fat too. You're gonna take about a little tablespoon, like a small tablespoon. A little bit more in there.
And by the way, pork fat's great. So leave that in.
A little bit more in there and see what happens right here. And this is a really yeah. See, I told you, man. Really tricky part. Put that sucker in there. This is gonna take you a few tries. Even I'm not perfect. You kind of want to beat it a little bit. Boiling water. And then make sure your water, make sure you know it's boiling. I want you to grab this heat thermometer and throw that bitch outside. It's probably done. And here's what we're gonna do.
Here's how you know it's boiling. Watch this. See them fucking bubbles? It's boiling.
Like if you're farting to this one. We got our steam basket right here. You're gonna want some parchment paper. And trust me on this. Limited room. Here's the parchment paper. Tried to flatten out earlier. Get some non-stick spray. Probably 5 minutes.
In the meantime, I'm gonna take the juice that was in the vegetables and pork, and I'm just gonna put it over here. I'm gonna turn this up just to a low heat and put this right here. Now that's gonna come to just enough that it needs to steam. If you let that steam for maybe a good 10 minutes or so while this is cooking, it should be clear of all the pork. And we're gonna add just a little bit of butter to that. And what I want to do with it, a little butter, I'm sorry, and a little soy sauce. And what I want to do with it is just make a little dipping sauce. So what we did is we wound up taking all that stuff. We added just a little bit of what was it? Fish sauce.
Oh, fish sauce.
Fish sauce. We added about a teaspoon of that, and we added some
Toasted sesame seeds.
right to the top of that. We're looking at about a teaspoon of that fish sauce and about a tablespoon of these sesame seeds. We did strain it because of the fat, and that's it. That's all we needed to do. That's going to be a great dipping sauce. And we got...
Nope. Now we get to take these off the burner, and we let these suckers... Well,
Make sure you put it on that one, yeah.
they're going to sit for 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes, okay. So 5 minutes on the clock, and we'll be right back.
Hey, guess what? 5 minutes done. We are ready to have some balls. So what you do, these are hot, so you take some tongs right here, cook these suckers 3 times, else in this tradition. Oh my
God. That's what I have to say.
So, and the carrot.
So there you have it. Jake's balls. Fucking
Put them
amazing.
in your mouth.
Man.
They're moist and porky and
Dude, this...
gauge.
Man.
And here we are. The pork bow
Can
balls.
it be your faith in
Garnished as well. Whole plethora of...
Man, this is Cooking with Chaos. Have a good one. Take care.
Just gotta do it like that. So we get